Train the muscles, not the joints. Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about close grip bench press. Once this plane goes over. You done? You done? So today we're going to talk about close grip bench press, and an alternative to close grip bench press if you're not feeling your triceps, but yet you feel the need to keep the elbows in. So it's kind of a weird variation, right? So some people, when they do close grip bench press, they think you should always keep your elbows in, but I find when I keep my elbows in on standard close grip bench press, I find that it hits a lot of front delt, and I'm not necessarily getting the triceps the way that I might want to. Now, on a Smith machine, and this is what I'm going to talk about. On Smith machine, because it does go on an angle sometimes, you could actually use a decline bench if you wanted to, but because the Smith machine is sometimes at an angle, or even if it's straight up and down, you do have the ability to focus more on the tricep by keeping that elbow in and just focusing on the elbow extension itself and not using the front delts. Now, one could argue that you probably could do this with free weight, but I find because you're balancing and stuff, it becomes a little bit more dangerous, and it's a little bit harder to find that groove. And you'll know what I mean when you try it out. You just don't get the same type of feeling as when you're on a Smith machine. So here I am doing the close grip on the Smith machine, and here I am doing the close grip free weight. You can see that my elbow position is much different. My elbow position is flared out more so on the bench press, and this is the only time I would ever recommend flaring the elbows on bench, if it's of course right for you and your body type. You could flare them out when you're in a narrower grip or a medium grip, so that way you're hitting those triceps. So therefore, the elbow extension becomes the main foundation of the movement, not necessarily the movement around the shoulder joint, right? So on a Smith machine, I find that I can really lock in and actually hit a different part of the tricep as well and tuck those elbows in and basically extend the elbows. And I find because the constant tension that I get on the tricep, so they're almost different. They're called the same thing, but they actually feel much different in the body, although both hit the tricep, right? So I'm just guessing one hits one head more than the other. So there's a few reasons to use close grip bench on a Smith machine. One is maybe you're not feeling the triceps on the bench press. No matter what you do, you're just not feeling it. And you know, you tried your different grip positions, you've tried tucking the elbows, you've tried flaring the elbows, you tried all this kind of stuff, but you're still not really getting the tricep development you want, or you're just not getting that groove, or maybe you're just bored with it. But the bottom line is that any of these reasons could justify you changing to the Smith machine for a period of time and just trying that out and seeing if you're getting more activation of that tricep because of it. Now, another reason why you might want to do this is that some people say they have a pre-existing shoulder injury or an elbow injury or something. They may find that sometimes because it is a stabilized movement, you may find that your joints aren't getting irritated as much under those conditions. So sometimes a pre-existing injury can limit your versatility or your ability to use free weight type movements for certain reasons. So for this reason, that maybe Smith machine is the right thing for you. Now, of course, the third reason is you just want some change. You just want something different. And that's one thing I find is really relevant in bodybuilding, is that you want to stimulate as many different muscle groups as possible. So you want to go between stabilized movements and then not stabilized movements. And once again, I've said this before and I'll say it again, just because a movement can be called the same name or looks similar doesn't mean it's exactly the same. So when you're going to that Smith machine and you're tucking those elbows in, not only can you position yourself so that you're partially French curling the weight along with pressing, but you also can do this without worrying about losing balance and maybe injuring yourself or something. And at the same time, you're just hitting a different groove altogether. So you're going to be hitting that muscle different. Your mind is going to be more stimulated, and maybe you'll be more motivated, because we all know that sometimes you just find that magic movement. And I think everybody has that magic movement for each body part. And if you find that magic movement for each body part that gives you the best pump, that gives you the best stimulation, then that can lead to a lot of gains. There's lots of times where I have been training a certain body part for a certain period of time, and then I find that one exercise that just stimulates it more than others. And then I get a lot more results from that. And all of a sudden I'd get this growth spurt of some sort. Maybe it was a bicep growth spurt or tricep or whatever. So this is really important. So it's important for you to use stabilized movements and then not stabilized movements. Try different angles or try machines that you haven't tried before. Just try things and just see what really stimulates that muscle you want to hit the most. So I hope this helps you out in your training. I hope this helps you build big horseshoe triceps. Remember, horseshoes for the horses? It's like a charity fund. Horseshoes for the horses. Yeah, I made that up myself. It's pretty clever. And if you haven't done so far, check out the new video courses available on my website, naturalgallantbodybuilding.com. So this is for purchase and for download on my website, and yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. So if you need to get hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and thanks a lot to the patrons supporters, and take care for now.